right is caught here with 5 kilometres to go, and we look now from the aerial shot of the teams that have got a sprinter here. They'll try and collect this one. Imid again gets up there, and Emils Liepens just hops up onto the pavement there as he kind of runs out of road a little bit. But now we're starting to get a few other teams in here on the mix. And there's a great opportunity here as well in this one for some of the smaller teams to potentially try and take a victory here.
Yeah, we have Patrick Eddy up there still in the Australian national the national jersey, and you know, he's sat there been following the moves but not been doing too much work, as we've still got Pinarello Q36.5. This is clearly their aim for today, is to attack in these scenarios and find those opportunities.
So Frederick Frison going on the attack here for Pinarello Q36.5. So the team that have just had Fred Wright caught, now they make another move, and this is that sort of time within the final sort of 4 kilometres where you can just try and steal an opportunity here to try and take the victory. But it is Van der Putte on the front, though, driving this one on. Gerben Thijssen is their protected sprinter that they've been talking about all day long here for Alpecin-Premier Tech. So just trying to keep this one under control here, the team in blue. But you feel that because there's not that sort of real strong lead out from one team all lined out on the front here, is what adds now to the sort of chaos and mayhem that you get on a run-in like this.
Yeah, there'll still be teams behind who are wanting to wait a little bit more to start the lead out. We've seen those drags that do come in the final few kilometres where it's going to be difficult to keep the speed of a lead out, so trying to have a short of a lead out but make it really punchy is going to be really important for them. So that's why they're just holding back a little bit at the moment. So
Beat CC come through as well. David Decker is probably their sprinter for Beat, as Frison just throws it through these tight twists and turns on the run-in towards the finish. He's only got about 10 metres advantage here over the front of the peloton, being led by Beat. So we look around as well for the good riders here. Riley Sheehan not far away from the front for the team of NSN. Will it be Kockelman that goes for it for Lotto? But Lotto at the moment, I was literally about to say, they're not anywhere near the front after all the work they've done.
Yeah, I still don't think it's too necessary to be too close to the front at the moment. Like I said, with the kick-ups that we do have, you can really come with speed. We've got Beat at the moment are really committing to this, but they've only got 2 riders to do that lead out, and when they do run out of them, there could be a huge lull in the pace that does happen, and that's where it's really becomes easy to start to move up for the other teams and riders.
So the Beat CC keeping the pressure on here on the front. So the SWAT Club as well, one of our smaller teams, moving themselves up there as well. So can they take a big victory for a lot of those smaller continental teams? It's an opportunity for them as they go. And Pinarello Q36.5 is his Imid again that's now going on the attack here for Pinarello. 2 kilometres to go as they go on the offensive once again. I think it's Brent Van Moor actually that is going on the attack here for Pinarello. So a little bit further back is their teammates. Imid against Emils Liepens is their protected sprinter, but this is really splintering now, Alice, under these attacks. 1.6 kilometres to go.
Yeah, this is what we were saying with the twists and turns that are happening. That's why it's important to be as close to the front as possible. And like you say, with Q36.5 still attacking, they just need to make sure that when they're doing that, their sprinter is in the right position, so it isn't being distanced and being pushed too far back. But he's attacking, but now it's turned into almost a lead out, and just keeping that pace high through these corners and going into the final 1 kilometre. There's still a lot of twists and turns, and maintaining position and having the corners to be able to recover, you can start to go again then.
And it looks like Riley Sheehan has moved up into second wheel here, just freelancing off the attacks and the lead-outs at the front.
Yeah, the problem is when you end up too close to the front and it does start to lull and the lead-outs start to peel off, that's when you can be rushed from behind. So making sure you've still got enough wheels to be able to follow, but it's really split here before, and if you're not in these first 10 or 20 wheels, then you're out of this race at the moment.
Yeah, so still Pinarello Q36.5 on the front, but this looks like the contenders now as we're heading up towards our final corner. And the Q36.5 Pinarello team done a great job on this run-in. Have they still got their sprinter in there? That is the big question here. As one of the favourites, Riley Sheehan, everyone was talking about him. It's out of that final corner and he is poised and ready and in position. Patrick Eddy looking around at the back, but here he comes through. Perfect lead out, and Riley Sheehan is going to come through and take it for NSN. Perfect lead out, perfectly played there. Surfed off everybody else in that one. Looked like Gerben Thijssen getting up there in second for the Alpecin-Premier Tech team.